Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us. We're back here for day 3 of Arabian Travel Market here at the Dubai World Trade Center. And I'm absolutely delighted to be joined now by the CEO of Emaar Hospitality, Mark Kirby. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to talk a little bit about Emaar's extensive portfolio of properties, some plans for growth, what was covered in the Hotel Industry Summit, and plans for the future. Thanks so much for joining us. How are you?
Yeah, very well, and it's really good to be here at the Arabian Travel Market here in the World Trade Center in Dubai.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for joining us.
Pleasure.
I wondered if you could maybe just start by telling us a little bit about Emaar Hospitality and the latest developments.
Yeah, Emaar Hospitality is a homegrown company, and we're very proud to have some really beautiful brands that make up our portfolio of hotels. That predominantly started here in Dubai, in the heart of downtown. The Address brand is obviously our homegrown brand that is within our 5-star portfolio. We then moved and developed into the Palace downtown brand. Then we have also Manzil, we have Vida as a brand. We also work with Rove Hotels, which are mid-market brands, and then we have a partnership with Giorgio Armani for the Armani Hotel in Dubai and Milan. So, still a very modest-sized hotel company that has both owned and managed assets. So we're really starting to develop the brand into new markets with other owners. So that's a really exciting time for us.
It is very exciting, and if I can ask, obviously, the last year has been incredibly difficult for the hospitality industry, and we're still in that period. What makes now, of all times, a time for growth? Because there are still, a lot of hospitality management companies and hotels that are preparing for growth. So
yes, yeah. Well, the pandemic last year obviously meant that we had to close all but one hotel, which was a learning process more than anything, and that enabled us to really look at look at how we move forward in this sort of the new era of a pandemic economy sort of thing. But the hotels were always in the pipeline anyway, so the hotels were there, and it just meant that actually once we were able to get back out into the building sites, into the hotels, then we were moving forward as normal. And last year we were able to open 3 hotels, which I think many hotel companies haven't done. One being the Address Beach Resort, which is our latest hotel in the Dubai Marina area with a 77th floor infinity pool.
I've seen.
It's quite something.
It's impressive.
We've got the Rove Le Mer, which is obviously our mid-market brand, but the first Rove on the beach. So we're excited about that. And then our latest Vida, which is in another emirate outside Dubai, in Al Quwaim, with our 5-star Vida Beach Resort. So we're very excited to have that with us as well.
It is an exciting time. For those that are just joining, if you've only just managed to join us, we're live here at the Dubai World Trade Center for day 3 of Arabian Travel Market. I'm joined by Mark Kirby. He's the CEO of Emaar Hospitality. Mark, if I could just touch on the session this morning, brilliant session at the Hotel Industry Summit. For those that were unable to join and watch the session live,
yes,
what were some of the key trends that were discussed during the session?
Yeah, it was a really interesting discussion actually, with a number of people, from the heads of most of the hotel companies, which was good. So I learned a lot actually. The key trends really are, in the future, it's all going to be about safety. I think that people in their mindset want to come to hotels where they have proper programs in place. Not just the masks and the face shields, but also, like our team have been. We've got 90% of our staff are actually have already received the immunisation. So they've had the immunization. I'm just thinking of a word for it. We're moving from not only having this sort of that touchless technology into online check-ins, really redeveloping our websites. So really making sure that when people come to the hotel, they have that safety in mind and they do feel comfortable to stay out of their homes. We've seen an incredible increase in the staycation business overall. About 44% of our business at the moment is from the local staycation market, and I think that's going to continue in the future based on the fact that we've got some pretty great properties that people are exploring more. Other trends are going to be really, wanting to make sure that, we talked about design this morning, we talked about larger room suites. I think people, we've seen an increase in suite business because people want to have more space whilst they're staying in the hotels. And then really moving towards more like the, looking at health and well-being, and we're seeing, we've got yoga retreats happening in Vida Al Mokaweem. We've got fitness classes upstairs on the 75th floor of the Address Beach. So we've seen a lot more people wanting to get back and being healthy again.
And when we look at these trends, we're obviously talking about something when we're bracing ourselves for what's coming, for what's imminent. Expo 2020 is obviously round the corner, starting this October. Official hospitality partner. What can we expect to see from
we're really excited about Expo. Why? Because, well, it starts from here, really. The Arabian travel market just shows you that we can do something. This is a mass event. And to be able to do this and showcase that we can do this to the world, it shows that, the regulations are in place. We're working very carefully on it. Now we're moving towards Expo. It shows us that we can do a larger event, and that's great because we want obviously people to come and enjoy Expo 2020, which is going to be something very, very special. I was at the site last week, and it's we're the hospitality partner. We're the only hotel company with a hotel inside Expo. So the Rove 2020 Expo is going to open its doors in September time this year, ready for Expo. We've got a hospitality tower in there as well, so you can have meeting space. You can go there as a leisure guest and enjoy the facility as well, and that's right next door to the Al Wasl Plaza. So for us, it's about welcoming international visitors as those borders continuously start to open up. I think we're going to watch that very carefully. We've just been welcoming Saudi Arabia, and I had a meeting this morning with one of the agents from Saudi Arabia, so that's exciting for us as well. So we're ready to welcome people into the city, into the last part of the year, into quarter four, and at the same time as the Expo, we've got the Jubilee, obviously, 50 years for Dubai. So we've got a lot of exciting things to look forward to.
Absolutely, a lot of exciting things to look forward to. And as you say, ATM has very much shown that events can run in this capacity. And we're also very much looking forward to Expo 2020. Thanks so much for joining. Be sure to hit the subscribe button as we'll be going live throughout the rest of the event. And we'll see you soon. Thanks so much for talking to us, Mark.
My pleasure. Nice to speak to you.
Bye.